Hey there, and welcome back to Webgov.com Quick Wins, the podcast that helps you save money and avoid scams. Have you ever gotten a repair estimate and felt that gut-wrenching feeling of, wow, this feels really expensive? Maybe you're getting your car fixed, a leaky pipe patched, or a new fence installed. You get the bill and you see the line for parts and materials, and it looks like it's from a different planet. You might see things like specialty bolts for $50 a piece, or a premium pipe that costs more than your monthly water bill. And you're left wondering, is this for real? Is a simple bolt really that expensive? It's a common situation that leaves people feeling helpless and like they're being taken for a ride. The good news? It doesn't have to be that way. Today we're going to dive into how you can spot those inflated charges and keep more of your hard-earned cash where it belongs, in your wallet. The key to this is simple. Knowledge is power. When you're dealing with a service professional, whether it's a plumber, an electrician, a mechanic, or a contractor, they're the expert. And sometimes they might try to use that expertise to justify a higher price than what is reasonable. The first thing to remember is that businesses need to make a profit. They'll often mark up the cost of parts to cover their time, travel, and the hassle of sourcing the materials. That's totally fair. A reasonable markup is typically 15% to 25% over the wholesale price. What isn't fair is when that markup becomes 100, 200, or even 500%. That's when you're no longer just paying for convenience. You're getting fleeced. So how do you spot it? Here's a simple 3-step strategy you can use next time you get an estimate. Step 1. Get an itemized estimate. Never ever accept a flat rate estimate that just says repairs or parts and labor without any detail. Always ask for an itemized breakdown. This is a non-negotiable. An itemized estimate should list each part and material, its individual cost, and the associated labor for each task. If a contractor or mechanic is hesitant to give you this, that's a major red flag. They should have nothing to hide. Step 2. Do some quick research. Once you have that itemized list, take 5 minutes to do a little detective work. For common parts, you can easily find pricing online. Let's say the estimate lists a standard hot water heater. Do a quick search on a major home improvement store's website. You'll probably see a price range. If your quote lists that same heater for double or triple the price you're finding, it's a good sign the charge is inflated. For something more specialized, like a specific car part, you can check with an auto parts retailer. A quick call or online search can give you a ballpark idea of the cost. You aren't looking for the exact price they would pay, but you can get a sense of what the part actually costs. This way, you can see if the price on your estimate is within a reasonable range. Step 3. Ask direct questions. Once you have a little information, you can ask some smart, specific questions. Don't be afraid to sound like you know what you're talking about. You could say something like, I saw that this part typically retails for around $50. Is the extra cost for a special type of warranty or something else? This shows them you've done your homework. A reputable business will be happy to explain their markup or clarify why a specific part is more expensive. They might even be able to find a more affordable alternative. If they get defensive or try to shut down the conversation, you're likely dealing with someone who isn't being transparent. Let's run through a quick example. You need a new kitchen faucet installed. The plumber's estimate lists a kitchen sink fixture for $400. You hop online and find the same brand and model at a home improvement store for $200. When you ask the plumber about it, they might say, that's a special commercial grade model and the retail version isn't as durable. That's a fair explanation. But if they say, that's just what it costs, without any more detail, you now have the power to say, thanks, but I'll be getting a second opinion. So here's your quick win for today. The next time you get an estimate for a repair or project, remember these 2 key steps. First, demand an itemized breakdown of parts and labor. Don't settle for a vague estimate. A good business wants you to understand what you're paying for. Second, do a quick 5-minute price check on a few of the more expensive parts on the list. You don't have to become an expert, you just need to get a general idea of the fair market value. This simple process will give you the confidence to ask smart questions and make sure you're getting a fair deal. It empowers you and takes the guesswork out of the process, ensuring you aren't paying for someone else's vacation. For more consumer smart tips and trusted businesses, visit webgov.com. Until next time, stay safe and spend smart.